Hey guys, welcome back. It's Logan Matt here. Today I'm just going to be going over some Ocarina of Time enemies, going to be ranking them. As you can see, I have the rankings S tier, A tier, B tier. I've decided to put a creepy tier because I feel like there's a good amount of enemies in this game that are very creepy. Surprisingly, being an A-rated game meant for kids. And I don't put Deku because I feel like there's not much Deku enemies and I just don't feel like they were special in this game. I feel like they were better in the Majora's Mask game. So yeah, I'll be just going over some of them. I'll try to do it in a relatively fast fashion so you guys aren't too bored, but I hope you enjoy. So the first enemy, I'm going to go with Skulltula, being a creepy tier. Definitely is very creepy in my opinion. He's not too hard, not too challenging. I think as a child he's more, because you obviously have way fewer hearts and you can't defeat him in one hit. You have to do a couple of hits to him before he's actually damaged. So I feel like him is just not that good. Next, I'm gonna go with the floating heads. I'm already forgetting them. Gosh, I forgot what the floating skulls are called. You're gonna have to also excuse me because I don't know some of these enemies, even though I just recently played the game. I still forget some of them. So yeah, so the floating skulls, I'm just gonna call them that. I know a lot of people are like, how could you call them the floating skulls? I'm aware they're not floating skulls. They're called something else. It's a Zelda game. They're not named they're not called what they are. So yeah, like a snake is called a rope. That makes no sense. I'm gonna rank him in the A tier. No, I'm gonna actually rank him in B. He offers some of a challenge, but with the hook shot, which you get early in the game, like before your first dungeon as an adult, it's pretty easy. And we might as well rank this dude because he comes in the hidden and the bottom of the well mini dungeon as a kid, and he's much bigger and he's a little bit hard to avoid. So I'm gonna rank him A. Obviously gonna rate the Deku Scrub as Deku because yeah, and I'm gonna rank this Deku as another Deku upon Deku. Wow, phenomenal. So these were the fire keys are annoying. I kind of want to put an A for annoying, but it's definitely B. I just don't feel like the fire keys are definitely more annoying than regular keys. So I'd rank keys lower in the B tier. The gold Skulltula are creepy, but not creepy enough. I don't know, they go in the creepy section. I'll put them there. They definitely are harder. The Poes, I'm trying to think what Poe is the strongest. It's definitely the purple Poe, which I'm trying to look for, but I don't see at the moment. I'll try to find some easy ones. Okay, so the Gerudo Thief, I'm gonna rank an A. If they catch you, it's annoying. But if they don't, and they offer somewhat of a challenge. I don't know if it's those Gerudo Thieves though. I'm trying to see if they have the actual other Gerudo Thieves. Then we have the Moblins. The one who swings his hammer is the strongest. I'm gonna rank him an A. And then, actually no, he's not the strongest because you can see him clearly and you can obviously avoid this guy, because sometimes when you turn, you can obviously miss him or not even notice that he's there until you hear the noise, and then you're like, okay, I gotta get off here fast before you know he's hit. So yeah, I would say he's ranked lower than the one who swings his hammer, because definitely when he hits his hammer, it's like, oh, okay, we can see where you're going. The Stalfos, for me, are pretty decent enemies. I will give them also, you know what, I'll rank them in S tier because they do feel like actual enemies to me. They don't feel like, regular kind of enemies you would fight. They feel more of a challenge than a lot of other ones. And that's why I was like, even as whether you're a kid or an adult, they offer somewhat of a challenge. Even if you have the be Goron sword, I think they offer a challenge. The bubbles, oh gosh, I would hate, but I'm gonna rank it as a B tier. It just doesn't feel good enough. Actually, I might add a tier because some of these enemies are really weak and don't deserve to be above. But the creepy tier is a whole different tier. It's not because of how strong or how weak they are, it's because how generally creepy they are. And I'm gonna put the Redeads up in there because the Redeads I feel like are creepy as I don't know what else. The Wall Masters, or is it Wall Masters? And then there's Floor Masters. Oh gosh, I would say these rank pretty high too in the creep. I would say these rank high in the creepy list because first of all, hearing that terrifying like noise, like it like as it swoops down above you, it's just terrifying. And I would say they're both creepy, so I would put them both in a creepy list. They're just annoying and terrifying too, and if they get a hold of you, it's worse. And it looks terrifying when you pull up Link. So yeah, that's the one I don't really like. The Pose Sisters, gosh, I don't know where to put the Pose. I'll hold off that for a while. The White Wolfos is just okay. Nothing special. Maybe a little bit stronger than normal Wolfos, but not too strong. Yeah, just put normal Wolfos a little bit under. Oh, Bubbles. Oh gosh, I know that sounded really random to you guys, but that's what they are. These guys are, I want to say they're Bubbles. Skull Bubbles or something like that. A regular one is like a B. Yeah, the one I'd have to say, like, with obviously the one that can stun you and stuff is more powerful. Big Octos, I'd also rank a B. There's a lot of B enemies. I'm gonna rank these guys, the Gibdos. I would rank them into creepy. They definitely are creepy to me. I'm gonna put all the Skulltulas also into creepy. Actually, we're gonna put the Redeads higher above the Skulltulas because they are, and the Gibdos are kind of creepy too. I'd say that the Golden Skulltulas are not as creepy. They don't look that bad. They're okay. These guys are kind of weird and strange. They kind of are creepy, but they're not as creepy as some they're creepier than some Skulltulas, I would say. So that, oh gosh, now it's hard. These like the Dongo creatures or whatever they are, I would rank a low B. They definitely aren't that strong. I would actually put the Big Octos a lot higher and the Bubble like last. It's definitely not as high. Okay, the Skull Kid is, I'd put with the Dekus. He kind of goes in that same area. He's not really a fight, and I mean he's utilized way better in Majora's Mask because I believe that is the Skull Kid that becomes possessed by Majora. Then we go to this guy. He was like the spawn of the, gosh, is it Morpha, like Queen Morpha or something? Yeah, he's creepy. I'd say a little bit of a B. I mean, he's definitely a little bit strong, especially since you only have 3 hearts. The P-Hats, okay. I will rank the P-Hats pretty high. They are in a, I'd almost rank them into creepy because they're terrifying when they come out. I know they're not as terrifying when you fight them, but they are kind of terrifying, like how big they are. I believe these are called Deku Babas or Deku Flowers. I'm gonna put them also, they're like just annoying most of the time, and they're not really that fun. I would say, yeah, they're just not as good enemies. The only thing they offer is Deku Sticks, which is the most enjoyable thing ever, because you definitely need those throughout at least most of Link's adventure. And obviously the Deku Sticks are pretty powerful weapons too, at least in Ocarina of Time for sure. Okay, I'm trying to think of the other enemies. I haven't even fought, I'd say, most of these. No, I've actually fought almost all these enemies. Now these, I hate these birds. I have no idea what they're called, but they annoy you in Majora's Mask a lot. And I will put them as a low B. They're just annoying. They're not hard, they're just annoying. That's what they are, yeah, low B. The Pose Sisters I will rank probably all in A. They all offer a challenge and are somewhat difficult. I would say almost all pose are very difficult. The Flat and Sharp, I know that's what they were called in Majora's Mask. I have no idea what they're called. Wait, do we have the Pose Sister who's purple? Because I know I think that's the purple Pose Sister. No, it isn't, because they don't have the torch. The purple Pose Sister is the strongest Pose Sister, and it offers slightly more of a challenge. The fire bubble is a little bit more challenging than a regular bubble. A big Octorok actually want to rank higher. I'd say Wolfos is stronger than Keys. Definitely, White Wolfos is stronger than Wolfos. I mean, yeah, okay. And I would put the bubble above the Keys instead of this bubble, obviously. The Tektites are also annoying and just get in your way. They're pretty easy to defeat later on. They're hard in the beginning, but they're harder than Keys, I'd say. Yeah. Blizzards. Oh, okay, so these guys are really hard and annoying. I'm gonna put them also in A. They offer somewhat of a challenge. I like that. The likes. Ooh. They also earn a B. A lot of these are gonna end up in B. I'm gonna say after the Wolfos. The Lizalfos, I'm gonna rank in A. I think they offer a fun challenge, especially in the beginning. Later on, they're easy to defeat, but definitely gives you like the first feel of like, hey, I'm fighting another person who can use a sword. That feels fun, because that's what Link normally does. Armos, I would rank in A too, like a low A for sure. They become more of a challenge. Anubis, I believe they're called. I'm gonna rank them a high A because they definitely offer more of a challenge. And it definitely makes you think, okay, how am I going to defeat it? These little manta rays, these guys are also a high B, I would say, probably above likes. If you hit them easily with a hook shot like twice, then it's over. The Dodongos, oh gosh, these guys are actually pretty easy to avoid, so I'd put them about the same way where Goma is. Oh, not Morpha. Why was I thinking Morpha? Goma. Goodness gracious. It tells you, I mean, I literally just did a review on that game. Tells you how good I am. Okay, so these magma slugs are probably going to rank B. They're still somewhat of a challenge. A little more challenging than a key sometimes. And if blue fire keys is a little bit stronger than a regular key, so I guess these guys I just hate. Because it's hard to hit them with their mouth open, and then you have to quickly shift to your shield. They're definitely just annoying. That's what I don't like. They're just annoying at this point. Jellyfish are annoying too, and they offer somewhat of a challenge, especially since you don't get the boomerang until a little bit later. Again, Tektites. I believe the right Tektites are stronger than the blue Tektites, so I'm gonna put them above the blue Tektites. Okay, I believe they are sharp and flat, and I'm gonna put both of them in B because I have no idea what they do. I'm gonna actually put them in D and the reason why is because they don't offer as much as importance as I think in a Majora's game. As more important than a Majora's game. In a Majora's game, I think one of them created, I think it was Flat who created Song of Storms, which adds a pretty interesting backstory, but I think that's what they are. And I think that's how it becomes the Song of Storms. Okay, so these jellyfish dudes, again, a B. I would rank them above a lot of these enemies, right there. I think they're not as strong. Actually, in fact, these jellyfish kind of low too. Once you get the boomerang, they're an easy fight. Mini P-hats, really low. The stingrays, I'm gonna put pretty high in the B tier because I feel like they offer somewhat of a challenge if you don't stop them right away. Definitely more. Actually, I'm gonna erase it. Yeah, the like also if they get a hold of you, you lose your shield. Now these guys were kind of a challenge to lock on and when to target. So yeah, they go right there. Gosh, I forgot what they're called, but they were really annoying and really hard to get to sometimes. So I'm gonna rank it there. And these guys, I have no idea what they are. I'm trying to oh, these are the grabbing claws inside Jabba Jabba's belly. That's what they were. Yeah, these are annoying, but they're very easy to avoid. Almost as easy as the bubbles. Yeah, I'll rank a B. I think that's my list, but I think I'm gonna move some of them. We only have one. I think the Gibdo Thief. is pretty powerful. I will rank the Moblins A. And I think I'll rank Anubis A because he offers more of a mental challenge to you. Blizzard offers somewhat more of a challenge too, but not as much. I'm gonna rank a Big Octo B as A. I mean, gosh, who can I also rank high? I'm trying to think if I could put anybody else in creepy. No, I think these ones are the ones you face in as an adult, and they are pretty challenging. I will not say at least because they also spit like acid at you or something. These, I think they're called Deku Babas or Deku Flowers. I think that's what they're called. They're called Deku Flowers. So yeah, that should be it. Okay, I'll give Sharp and Flat the low end of the B. I apologize. I have never fought them. If they are more challenging than what I think they are, then let me know. But yeah, I really think that this is pretty much my list. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I don't know who else I would rank as an A, because again, like they don't consider mini bosses in here. I'm shocked they didn't put any like gosh, what are they called? Iron Knuckles, because they are used later a part of Ganon's when you go through Ganon's castle. I'm shocked they didn't put that in here because they're not really enemies. They're not mini bosses at that point. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they are mini bosses, but yeah, these definitely feel like the right amount. I think this is the purple. Yeah, looking at it, that looks kind of like that torch kind of. I think that is the purple Poe, which is kind of the hardest in my opinion. The Lizalfos, and there's Lizalfos like variant or whatever. I would say yeah, these games are probably the decent ones, you know. I agree. I think this is pretty good. So the top ones we have are the Stalfos, the Gerudo, Thief, Moblins, and Anubis. I believe that's what they're called. And then later on, I think the lower ones we have the Deku Scrubs, the Skull Kid, and then some of the Deku plants. Which I wholly agree. I think they were just not as utilized in this game, and either were better in a Majora's Mask, which they were, or they weren't utilized the best, and they just should really not be in the game. I feel like most of these, though, enemies were really well developed in the game, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's it for the video. Okay, bye.